Hey dudes, SilviteSoltis here, back again with another classic WoW video. Whether you're saving up for your epic mount, stockpiling for raid consumables, or just looking to pad your wallet a little bit in preparation for the Burning Crusade, dungeon farming remains one of the most consistent and effective ways to make gold in classic WoW. That said, not all dungeons are created equal. Some are long and have incredibly valuable loot, while others are short and repeatable, or even soloable if you have the right setup. So in today's video, I'm counting down my picks for the top 5 classic dungeons to run for gold. If you enjoy this kind of content, be sure to like the video, subscribe, and click the bell so that you don't miss out on future tips and top 5s. But with that out of the way, let's get dungeoneering. Number 5. Upper Blackrock Spire. Starting off the list is UBRS, a 10-man dungeon that a lot of people sleep on when it comes to gold farming. But if you manage to get a hold of a key and a reliable group, this dungeon can be run quickly and efficiently from start to finish. Firstly, being a high-level dungeon, the mobs all drop a decent amount of coin, runecloth, and greens in their own right, so you can expect to pick up quite a bit of items to sell based on that alone. Skinners also benefit immensely here, as there are tons of dragonkin to skin for rugged leather if you're on top of it. Beyond the basic drops, there's also a few rare items that are worth a fortune. Toward the end of the instance, the Dark Moon card Ace of Beasts can drop from the Beast, which completes the Beast deck, a highly sought after deck due to its reward, the Dark Moon card Blue Dragon. As of this video, this card is selling for around 450 gold on Dream Scythe, so it's definitely worth a shot. And if you're lucky, at the end of the raid, you may also see the recipe for a Flask of the Titans drop off General Dracosath. In Classic, recipes for flasks and high-level enchants are hugely sought after, so if you manage to collect this, it can be a really great boost to your in-game wallet. So UBRS has some great gold potential, but with 9 other players in the group and so many rare drops, it's definitely not the best. Thus, let's move on to the next entry on our list. Number 4. Dire Maul North. Next up is DM North, specifically the Tribute Run. This iconic gold farm involves skipping the guard bosses before defeating the final boss of the instance, King Gordok. In doing this, the Tribute Chest will spawn, which can contain powerful rewards including the Tarnished Elven Ring and the Rod of the Ogre Magi. Since these items are contained within the chest and not drops from the boss himself, players can, and often do, complete this run solo, and then advertise the loot from the chest out into world chat, making this a solid solo farm for capable classes like hunters, rogues, and druids. It's not just limited to loot though. Players who speak with Mizzle the Crafty near the tribute chest at the end will be able to speak then with the skipped bosses to receive powerful world buffs. This means that once the dungeon has been cleared, you can hold the instance open and sell DMT buffs to raiders who want to parse, a classic way to stack extra gold beyond the traditional item farming method. That all said, this is typically a solo farm and is really only feasible for a handful of classes. So while it can have great potential as a dungeon farm, there are still better ones out there for people in general. Number 3. Dire Maul East. Coming in at number 3 is another Dire Maul classic, DM East. This one is famous for its lasher farm, which can be done solo by classes like mages, priests, and paladins. The idea here is to drop down near the entrance, pull packs of lashers, and AoE them down for vendor loot, herbs, and the occasional green or blue. Furthermore, the area with all of these lashers also contains high-level herbs like Grom's Blood and Dreamfoil, which on anniversary servers can also net you a Black Lotus if you're a lucky herbalist. For those looking to make gold by running dungeons properly though, DM East still offers some great rewards. In addition to several blue weapon drops, which can be vendored for decent coin if no one needs them, there's a cave full of rich thorium veins that opens up during the final encounter with Alzin the Wild Shaper. By carefully planning who you run this dungeon with, you can secure the mining nodes for yourself, and have a good shot at the valuable arcane crystals they might contain. DM East is a great, consistent farm for both solo players and groups full clearing if you have the right professions to make it lucrative. However, the final 2 dungeons are even better, especially if you like the full-on dungeoneering experience. Number 2. Scholomance. Coming in at number 2, we've got my personal favorite classic dungeon of all time, Scholomance, a creepy school of necromancy filled with opportunity. One of the main draws here is Dark Runes, a life tap-esque item that restores mana at the cost of some health. They're used just like mana potions, but they don't trigger the same cooldown, making them ideal for healers and casters trying to keep uptime high from MC all the way through Naxxramas. Best of all, most groups nowadays run round-robin looting for these, meaning that as you see more drops, your chances of getting a quick boost to your wallet increases as well. Beyond Dark Runes though, Scholomance is absolutely stacked with loot. With over 10 bosses that drop a mix of bind-on pickup blues, BOEs, and crafting patterns for things like Flask of Supreme Power and Robe of the Void, you're very likely to walk away with at least something from the run. And if not, the large numbers of humanoids and undead still drop some great trash loot and crafting materials, so your time definitely won't go to waste here. So, if you're looking for a quick, boss-heavy dungeon to make you some quick gold, Scholomance just might be the next stop on your list. That said, there's still one dungeon that tops all others with its gold-making potential. Number 1. Stratlive. And finally, the best dungeon to farm for gold in Classic WoW is without a doubt Stratlive. This dungeon has everything: great mob density, solid vendor trash and coin, and some of the most valuable patterns and profession materials in the game. If you've played Classic at all, you probably already know that the big ticket item here are the Righteous Orbs, which drop off the Scarlet Crusade mobs in and around the Scarlet Bastion. These items are used for the coveted Crusader weapon enchantment, which all melee players need to get done every single time they upgrade their weapons. Because of this, these orbs remain one of the most reliable gold makers in the game, from Lucifron in MC all the way through Kel'Thuzad in Nax. Unfortunately, these orbs don't drop quite as often as the Dark Runes in Skolo, so it's possible you might not get one despite the round-robin looting system that most Stratlive groups utilize. Luckily, Stratlive also has a lot more gold potential. Rare pattern drops, including those for Flask of Distilled Wisdom and the Truth Faith vestments, can drop, and you can also collect Runecloth, lots of greens, and BOEs along the way. Best of all, since this dungeon is so popular for gold farming, you'll never struggle to find a group. If you're looking for a repeatable, high-value gold farm, Stratlive should be at the top of your list. So, there you have it. 5 of the best dungeons to run for gold in Classic WoW. Whether you're soloing DM North as a hunter, or clearing Stratholme with a ragtag pug group, each of these dungeons has real value and can help you build up your gold stash without needing to rely on the auction house or competitive world farming. As we wrap up this video, I want to briefly acknowledge that there are tons of great ways to farm gold in dungeons, especially if you're playing a mage. So I really tried to rank these from a more generic, almost any player can do it point of view. That all said, what do you think? Do you agree with this list, or did I miss one of your favorite dungeons to farm? Let me know in the comments down below. We'd all love to hear what's been working for you. But anyway, that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and come back later for more Classic WoW content. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, take it easy, guys.